Benefit Poreless Primer. I don't know what it is about this primer, but come on. Look at how blurry that looks. One of my favorite people to put makeup on is moms, and this is a really good primer to fill in the lines. So it makes their face look brighter. You see how that looks? Very smooth and buttery. You see when I glide my hand and skip when you glide your finger, you want to make sure that it's smooth. And then don't forget in between the eyebrows and the cracks right here, and underneath the lip and on the side of the lip. You want to make sure you get it all in there. We're gonna do underpainting today with my favorite Depotted Rcma foundation. I want to get a very light color, and I'm gonna get a very dark chocolatey color for my contour. Okay, pay attention. Oh, this primer is silky smooth. It looks so good. So before I go in with my actual foundation color, I want to blend all the contour. And I know it looks crazy, but just trust me. And yes, you do go over the highlight with your foundation color. Even under here. But I do want to keep underneath my eyes a little bit bright, so I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender after that and use the beauty blender to blend whatever is left right here. Take it down the neck so it blends simultaneously. Don't forget behind here, next to the ear. With a dry beauty blender, I'm gonna go underneath my eyes. Doesn't the beauty blender doesn't have anything on it. It's just straight dry and clean. And don't worry if the color looks a little bit off. I'm gonna go in with my full coverage foundation powders to blend and fix whatever lines are showing. So before I do my powders, let's go in with the Rare Beauty's Entourage. And you literally just need one little dot on your palette. You don't need that much because it is very pigmented. With a fluffy brush, just pick up some of it. And on the back of my hand, pat it out until it doesn't look too crazy. And we're gonna do this. And I like to leave a line where the cheekbone is and blend it with a beauty blender. Because it just looks, I don't know, Really nice and blended. And if I want to go back with more, I could go back with more. Like that. So pretty. This blush takes a bit of time to figure out how to do, but less product is easier to work with than putting it straight from the tube. So just whatever's left on my hand, I keep going back and forth until I get it the way I want it to look. And then whatever's remaining, I like to go a little bit under here. And don't worry if it doesn't look too blended, because I'm gonna go back with powder. So you already know I like a very matte foundation, so I do bake my entire face with more of the powder concentrated underneath my eyes. And then whatever's left over, I just kind of smack it like this. I go in every crevices. But this is definitely not for dry skin girls, so it's just an oily girl struggle. So I like to brush out over the powder with my MAC Studio Fix powders. It doesn't have to be like crazy perfect, but just, you know, a little something to add the color back, since I put quite a bit of powder on my face. I do like to use the MAC Studio Fix NC43 over the contour areas, and I do go back with contour powder. This gives like, you see how it's like kind of flat, but when I add the darker powder, it gives a little bit more of a dimension rather than just going straight forward with the I use the Hoola bronzer a lot, and sometimes it just looks too, I don't know, it doesn't have like dimension to it on its own. So at least with this Studio MAC Fix powder, it gives it some dimension. You see how my forehead looks like some dimension, but doesn't look crazy. And then I go down here. Because it gives me more of that contoured look, but without people looking at it and going, ooh, she has a lot of contour on. It just blends seamlessly. You go back and fix whatever you have to fix. So we'll go back with the Hoola. And I just go like this. Just pressing it upwards. See, it just gives that like nice dimension without looking too crazy. Don't forget the ear and down the neck a little. So the reason why I do this also, because bridal makeup has to show up in pictures well. So in black and white photos, this looks really nice. Your face has like a dimension. And it looks much different if you ever go straight in with like the, you know, Hoola bronzer on its own without blending with the MAC foundation powders. So at least everything just looks, you know, put together. This is really nice to contour on the very natural brides that don't like all the Hoola contouring powders because it looks too much, but it still gives them that little, like, you know, that little Go in with MAC's Chestnut. I don't like to follow my lip shape exactly. I actually don't draw all the way out. And I go up a little bit higher and rounder. So you want to get something like the eyeshadow brush. You want to blend it out before adding on the lip color. My natural lips have a pigmentation, so I actually like the way that it looks. I'm just gonna go gloss over it. So I only have the lip gloss. It does have a little bit of a color to it, so I feel like it blends really nice. Yeah. I'm gonna go over with my MAC blush powder to deepen my blush a little bit. I'm gonna go in with the MAC Studio Fix powders in the color C6 and go in there like this. So this is a little bit yellow, but it gives me like a nice foundation for the contour powder before I go in there and blend it out. So yeah, this is what the makeup looks like. It's a little bit smoky, brown, bronzy, whatever you want to call it. You guys can help me name my makeup looks. I'm not sure. I do have a giveaway post on my Instagram. Go look for it, and it's pinned up onto the top. It's up until March the 19th, and then I will announce on March the 20th, Thursday, and then update the post of whoever won. I'm looking for 5 girls for my YouTube, and then we could do whatever makeup look that you guys want to try. And then I'm over here teaching people how to do makeup and different makeup looks. So if you have something that you want to see, comment below, let me know, subscribe.